Hi, this is Troy Dreyer, Senior Associate Editor for StreamingMedia.com, coming to you from the red carpet at Streaming Media East. Joining me today is Tim Street of mDialog. And Tim, sorry, your title again was?
Vice President of Mobile Video.
Vice President of Mobile Video. Well, mobile video is a huge topic, and I know that's what mDialog is all about. Tell me a little bit about mDialog. I guess the company made a big turn in what it was all about.
Sure. mDialog started out, helping people get video on the internet, and then about the time that the iPhone came out, we saw the opportunity, or actually the need, for enabling ad insertion on these new connected devices like the iPhone, the iPad, Android, and with the adaptive bitrate technology, HLS, we were, involved early on in the spec, and what we've come to today is that we're really a stream management company. And so in looking at the different things that you can do with multiple streams, whether it's seamless ad insertion or sports blackouts, there are a lot of things to pay attention to in enabling services for folks when it comes to streams. So if you you want to do something on the iPhone or the iPad, traditionally from an ad insertion standpoint, you couldn't do that because Flash doesn't work on those devices, and even if it did, the technology was based on player switching, where if you're on a PC, you're watching a show, the PC switches to a different player that plays an ad and then switches back to the programming player. And that works out great on the PC because it's it's a pretty powerful device, but these new devices don't have the processing speed, and so you get a bad user experience. And when you're talking live or linear television, you can't have a spinning wheel pop up in the middle of your live program, and you can't afford to lose 2 seconds on each end of an ad break. It's just millions of dollars go to waste that way. So we've created this stream switching technology that allows us to manipulate the M3U8 playlist in real time and play out seamless advertising. So it's a TV experience on the iPad, the iPhone, and for live events, we've built out an operator console that allows our customers to, when in a live situation like a sporting event, you don't know when the commercial break is. So the technical director or the AP will be counting it down. We're going to break in 3, 2, 1, and then someone's able to hit a big red button, and that sends the ad payload into the stream seamlessly.
So what trends are you seeing in mobile video advertising?
I think right now it's still early days. But we are seeing new types of programming actually develop in terms of you take a look at what's going on Roku or what's going on Apple TV. These devices also use adaptive bitrate streaming like the iPhone and the iPad. And so there's new types of live programming and VOD that's being done there that isn't available on cable television. In terms of the advertising itself, right now people are experimenting with buying ads in this space, and sometimes they're buying on devices specifically for that device. But I think that's going to change as we see TV everywhere roll out and authenticated devices where you log in using your cable subscriber membership number. You're going to get the cable programming that you paid for on these new devices, and it's going to have the same advertising in it. I kind of think it'll be like HD, where you didn't have a different ad buy on HD than you did on SD. So I think it's it's just going to be, you're going to be buying those channels. But the other thing where I see some opportunity is that with these new devices, if you're watching video full screen, you've lost the companion banner ad opportunity like you have on a PC. And so I think we're going to see some geo-targeted interactive overlays that will bring out some engagement. You know, right now on the PC, you have different things that are done in Flash that can be very engaging. And since Flash doesn't work on these devices, it's a little bit limiting. But I think we'll see some overlays that people can interact with via a call to action, and then those can launch rich media HTML5 in-stream apps. So those could be anything from like find a local car dealership, schedule a test drive, you know, order a product, and then close out of it and go right back into watching the programming you were watching, rather than, you know, take you away to somebody's website.
And is there a danger that this interactivity or pop-ups or overlays could annoy the viewer?
Absolutely. You know, if you're watching Game of Thrones, you don't expect to see advertising. You know, so it's not permission-based. But if you're already watching a commercial for a car, and it's going to be there anyway, and an overlay comes up on top of that commercial, and you happen to be interested in that car and you'd like to see what colors it comes in and have that interactivity, or maybe you want to rotate it 360 and see what the car really looks like, we're able to do that today.
So the way that you insert ads differs from how other people, you were saying. What challenges are there in this type of ad insertion?
Right now, you know, if you've watched video on an iPad, for example, you'll see a spinning wheel. And that's the player switching model that doesn't really work. So that's a big challenge for folks when they're trying to take advantage of their current ad ops workflow and take what they've been doing on the PC and make it work on these new devices. So the challenge to get past that is manipulating the M3U8 playlist. There's a lot of work that's gone into making that happen, and that's what we've concentrated on, is making that easy so that the folks that are serving ads either on television or on the PC, we can enable those same ads using your current ad ops workflow, or you can, you know, serve alternative ones if it makes sense from an ad buying standpoint.
You're on a panel later today, and I guess you're going to be wearing a different hat for that. It's on building an online audience. You
know, we're really going to take a look at, you know, what are the different things that you can take advantage of if you're starting from scratch, and how do you cultivate a community around your show using you know, the social media opportunities that are out there, and really understanding what it is to engage with an audience and listen to what they have to say. So it's a little bit different than traditional media, where you make something and you put it on the air, and, you know, the marketing machine you know, either gets you viewers or they don't. It's different here, where you don't have those marketing dollars as an independent content creator, and you need to find the people that are interested in whatever you're creating.
What shows, give us some names, that have just started, completely low budget, grassroots, that you've seen have done a great job of using social tools to engage an audience?
Sure. I think the number one example of any independent content creator out there that has done a fantastic job of building an online community and leveraging social media would be Felicia Day with the Guild. I mean, she started out on YouTube. She got her fans to donate money. She put together a DVD and sold that DVD to her fans. And then eventually, you know, she got an agent, George Ruiz at ICM, and he was able to broker a deal with Microsoft, and then Microsoft got Sprint involved as a sponsor, and Sprint's been sponsoring her show. And so she's been around now for several years and has a community that she meets with in public at different conferences, Comic-Con, and people just love her show and the community that she's built.
Yeah, she's unstoppable. She's got her own YouTube channel now. Yeah, she's huge.
She's the poster child for web video success, for sure.
Terrific. Well, I agree with that. Well, thank you very much for joining me. And this is Troy Dreyer coming to you from Streaming Media East on the red carpet.